G'day mate, welcome back to Final Upgrade with me, GD. So in our previous episode, well actually we're doing two final upgrades in a row because we had one episode entirely delayed because of a content ID claim, not a copyright claim, a content ID claim, which is the non-severe version for those of you that are curious, because the music in the game got flagged for reasons. Yeah, we'll no idea what happened, but it got sorted in the end. Long story short, and today's episode. So today's episode, first things first, map-wise, you can see we've done a bit of an explore. We sort of own roughly quarter of the map. I've still got a couple of asteroids over, or a couple of planets over here I want to claim. But today's episode, we want to get some major things done. In the tech tree, that zoom is still horrible. We did unlock steel. Now, steel requires a fabricator to have iron ingots and nickel ingots. And we have our iron ingot one here that we're trying to decommission this old style station and get rid of it. And we do have our new smelter. That one. We did set up the new smelter style. But today's episode, we built a few miners to make sure that we had resources coming in fast enough. But because we have so many tech points, definitely want to make sure that all these machines are upgraded as fast as possible. We don't have access to that tech yet, which we'll get to shortly. But I want to do a couple of things. First thing I want to do is I want to get steel up and running, which of course requires fabrication. So we have, or I have at least, set up a couple of new space stations. One is another smelter, which is just a carbon copy of the previous one. And we're going to bring over 2 construction ships to get this bad boy up and running when they get here. There we go. Build that, please. Build that, please. At the same time, I have made a fabrication station. If we go into our blueprints, it's pretty boring. We have... Actually, let's edit this. And let's set you to be steel. Copy to selected machines, there and there, which requires iron and nickel. If we go to resources, we're going to bring in iron ingots here. Nickel ingots here. Oh, that's going to cause a problem. Yeah, let's not put resources into a void. It's been duplicated. Of course it has. Of course it has. Using the power of copy and paste, we duplicated our problem over and over and over. Story of my life. Oh, and actually that... Okay, so that also needs to be changed to... Stop. One of them. Yes. Delete that, delete that. We need to be able to bring the resources in from this side as well. And send it into both builds. Alright, I need to have you do that. Copy tube settings to there and there. To those and to those. Save. So the plan is to build a fabrication station, and if we click run simu, nope, edit, K, demand, and if we add a new one, call it steel, put it down here, supply, close, save. Now we can run a simulation and we can see we can get steel out. But it's going to require more iron ingots and more nickel ingots, which is why we've already started setting up a new smelter. So if we assign that to there, we're going to bring over our other 2 construction ships and get this built as well, because I'd like to have steel up and running yesterday. On top of that, smelter's half done. On top of that, we have supply and demand. As we can see, supply is going pretty well for everything except copper. Copper is really causing us hassles. So we're going to come in here and we're going to definitely turn that on. Supply, You're going to do copper. Please come up. There we go. Copper, iron, and straight away we're going to get some routes up and running for iron ore. We'll start shipping that in locally, number one. At the same time, hook up every one of these that we possibly can. Make sure the ships have lots of options to bring in iron ore and copper ore. Exact same story. Asteroids first, because asteroids tend to be very, very quick to harvest. Also, the resources come back, which is weird. Yeah, you can see this becomes a little bit of a nightmare as the game continues with all these lines running here, there, and everywhere. But with that up and running, copper ingots. We should be able to get things up and running. And it also means I'm going to, and this is probably the best part about this build, because it's so modular, we can copper ore, demand, copper ore, demand, copy to selected machines, those two, copy to selected machines, those two, open up K, resource, resize resource zones, drag that out, and start getting a bit more copper up and running. At the same time, our fabrication station is getting there slowly. So already we're going to put in a cut, get this construction done, because, well, one, we're making a fortune. Never mind, that one's complete. Alright, we're going to ships and stations. We're going to bring in our 2 construction ships, and we're going to set this one to go double time. All 4 ships, get it done. They all seem to be short on iron. Nope. 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 I thought I had another iron station. I do have another iron station. They're not coming here for resupply. You, and you. All come here, please. We're going to manually top you up. Have iron. Have iron. Have iron. Have iron. Have iron. That one's full, that one's full. That one's full. Excellent. Go back to the fabrication station, ships and stations. Jump, 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 and jump. And as I said, maybe it's time for that cut I was talking about. And quick as that, she's up and running. We're even started producing steel. Now, steel, I have a feeling, because iron is such a high demand, I have a feeling we're going to need a bit of extra steel. So what we're going to do is... Actually, you can have an extra tile, can't you? Maybe. No, actually you can't. Resize. That's going to go upper tile. And steel plate here. Yes. Okay. So, yeah, it is steel plate. Okay, so we're going to set up, copy to selected machines, those 2. I'm going to set up you to start running, which of course needs the nickel ingots plus, oh, helps if I set you to demand. I keep forgetting to do these, and supply. Okay. We're going to need extra steel at the same time. Hang on. Technology. Technology. No. Planet orders. We are skimming through the planet orders, but now we can see that now we've got steel up and running. We're definitely going to need more iron along with more nickel. If we go to demand and supply, we can see massive demand for the nickel and reasonable demand for iron ingots. Iron ingots are not doing too bad yet. Although this station's now dead. That goes there. That goes there. Yes, this is an old defunct station, which we're not going to kill off. We could self-destruct it, but I actually like to do something else with it. The smelter station, obviously that's fixed our copper issue, but it looks like that we're going to have a nickel ore issue. So we're going to delete that, and delete that. As I said, because it's a modular, we can open that up, click on demand, set you to do nickel, whoop, copy to selected machines, just those two. Yeah, change you to copper, there, and change you to iron. Yeah, you're doing iron ingots. We need to set up our routes, bring in some nickel ore from here. There we go. Ship it in from wherever we can find it. Oh, those aren't ours yet. Where is our power station? You. Exactly how much power do you have in you? 300. You're going to come to here. We're going to claim that one. And we're going to claim that one. And we're even going to go as far as claiming that one. We're all claimed out. Okay. Auto logic. Energy carrier again. Nickel. There. And there. We can definitely see that this is probably running the exactly we want it to. Copy to selected machines. Did I ever set up a resource zone? No. Nickel in there. And nickel ingots down there. Supply. Excellent. Alright. Now, there's a couple of things we want to do. We want to go back to the tech tree, because we probably want to do some more unlocks. Like, we have steel plates now, so I guess before we wander off too far, let's set up steel plates. Let's go there with a priority 5 and there with a priority 4. Actually, is there anyone else we can ship steel to and make some money? Nope. We also have demand for like multi-tools, nanites, shells. I'm not going to get into shells this episode. That'll probably be the next episode. I'd really like to play with some military stuff in a future episode, that's for sure. Circuits. Routes. Circuits. We have heaps of circuits, but oh, it never got plugged in. Plug that in. Alright. Back to our tech tree. So I want to unlock a compositor, which is these ones up here, making composite materials. And actually the one I want to unlock is the titanium gold composite, because this one, if we look at our blueprints, it's one of those hints if you pay attention. If we look at a construction ship, no, the library, the pre-made ones, construction ship T3, even the T2s has that material loaded on it. The reason it has that material loaded on it is if we go and edit, no, I need to do it with a custom ship. Custom, that one I'll do. Edit. These plasma batteries require titanium gold composite. So I really want to be able to start making the titanium gold composite. To have the bigger and better batteries. To save on the space on my ships. I can make my ships smaller, therefore they use less energy when hyperspacing around. Also means they're going to hyperspace around faster. Actually, at the same time, I'm going to unlock gold ingots, and no, that's the only one. Oh, silicon ingot. That one and that one. Okay, so we're going to unlock this whole tree, which is all the titanium ore. We also have ferrotite composite, titanium gold plate, and titanium gold composite. So we got a couple of new composites unlocked, which also means if I go to here, I've already pre-made a composite station that we're going to need to get up and running. So we're going to go ships and stations list, you, and you. Bop. Build, and build. Also, can I ship the gold from that ship to that ship? Cool. And I'm going to change you from that over to that one again. because I need to clean out the gold that we have in these ships. That can get shipped up to there. It's not helping. We don't spend a lot of gold on each build. Okay. Clear resource of other zones. Yeah, throw the gold overboard. Oops. Okay. We want to go to iron ingot station. We can now set you up to make gold ingots, and we can set you up to make silicon ingots. We also unlocked glass along the way. So if we go into the build menu, actually, let's start with a resource zone. Okay, we're going to turn you on to do gold ingots. We're obviously going to set you to do gold ingots. Same time, we're going to remove the... We're going to disable that section. I'd like to drain this section out and be able to start making glass here as well, because we can't make glass currently. Same time, we now have titanium ore, so we need to run that into titanium. Have a couple of more resource zones that we couldn't build previously because we hadn't unlocked the tech. So we wanted titanium and titanium ingots there and there. You're going to do that recipe. You're going to do that recipe. You're going to be a demand, a supply, and a supply. And off to our routes. We want to find titanium ore, and we want to ship it in from everywhere. We want to get this up and running as quick as reasonably possible. Same time, we're going to run you to there and to there. We've unlocked new tech, so we might as well set these up at the same time, just to make a little bit more profit where we can. Because, you know, money's everything. Money's entirely everything. 370. Okay, we're chewing through our money building these big space stations. Fabrication station is full of steel. Oh, you're going the wrong way. You should be an input. Hey, look at how much better it runs down. Which means that same problem was copied and pasted everywhere. It's fixed on this side at least. Alright. So, back to our supply and demand list, we can see copper ingots are still doing horrible. And nickel ingots are doing okay. So we really need some more copper. Wrong station. That station. Why is copper doing horrible? Nickel ingots. Helps if I actually hook these up. And copper ingots. Helps if I hook that one up as well. We're going to ship that over there as well. Did I miss anything with the nickel ingots? Technically. You'll probably be fine off just the one little station. Alright. That should start shipping that stuff out. That should start running way better. We want a composite station. And we're going to start setting some recipes. So we can make ferritin composite, which is iron and titanium. Oops. Don't want circuits. I want iron. And I want titanium. Is it? Yes, it's just straight iron and straight titanium. Which is demand, and you get changed over to iron titanium supply. And we can now do this one, the one that I've been trying to get for a while now, which let us do, what was it? It was titanium and gold. I didn't look. Was it the ingots or the... It was the ingots. Okay. Not the ingots, the raw resource itself. That one. Okay. So with that, we can now ship titanium to here. And gold also. Oh. What happened there? Oh, it helps if I set these up. Demand, supply. Gold. And the other one we unlocked along the way was titanium gold plate. I have no idea what titanium gold plate does, but I'm hoping eventually somebody wants to buy it so I can sell it to them at a hugely marked up premium. We want titanium there, we want gold there. You're going to be a demand, a titanium gold plate there on a supply. We want to ship ingots to there and titanium ingots to there. Alright, so we're going to already see titanium is going to give us some problems. We have none of it. We need lots of it. The gold we are shipping out. I thought I cut... Oh no, I cut off the copper. Okay, well let's start making you do titanium. Wrong button. I want that one. You're going to do titanium. And you're going to do titanium. Change you to that resource. And you to... Actually, change you to uranium. And we'll have the titanium beside the titanium. Just a little bit of a neatness factor. I know. It's... Who are you watching? This is not Chetty. Chetty doesn't do anything neat. He does everything by the seat of his pants. Alright. We're going to run that. Supply and demand. Excellent. You're going to be eventually uranium ore. We need to set that recipe, and we need to set that recipe. So hopefully we get some titanium delivered any minute now. Come on, shippies. There we go. Alright, so we're producing some titanium. Now, we are still making a whole bunch of research. On top of that, there's definitely some planetary orders. That's filled. That is so not the button I wanted. It wants steel shells as well. We've definitely got a military superiority complex going on. Okay. Onto our fabrication station. So they're up and running. Our composite station would be running if we had any iron. We don't have iron? That seems unlikely. Yeah, that's what I thought. Why is the demand only 5? Turns out that's got to go up a tile. That's got to go up a tile as well. So we're waiting on titanium, which is slowly processing. We need to fill up the ingots first so it backs up enough to get the iron. Or our second choice is if we go into the tech. We've already upgraded the extractor to go as fast as possible. But we could actually upgrade titanium extraction to go a little bit faster. And the idea of this is if it's a little bit faster, hopefully it offsets everything. And we can get some titanium. We can get enough titanium ingots. No, titanium plates, cubes, whatever you want to call them, that before we turn them into titanium ingots. So you're running at 2 ore for 1 titanium, and you're using 0.125. Yeah, that's going to disappear so fast it's not funny. But the other thing I wouldn't mind unlocking is now we've unlocked this one. Like, we could get copper gold with a click of the button. We could get iron nickel with a click of a button. We can get nitrile composite with a click of a button. So we're going to set up some extra ones. We're going to have copper gold and copper gold. I don't know how much we're going to use these resources, but I have found that if you have access to build them and you build them, eventually somebody wants to come buy them. We're going to set you, and copper gold. Copy to that machine. Yep. Demand. Supply. we want ferrotite, which is iron. That one's not set up. So that's iron. No, we got ferrotite. Which ones don't we have? It's a problem with unlocking too many things too quickly. Iron, nickel, supply. So that obviously wants iron ore, and it's gonna want nickel. We're gonna change that over to that recipe. Demand. So we already need to ship in. We've already got iron coming here, so we need to ship in copper, gold, and nickel. Let's get some copper there and there. Some gold. That's not a lot. And nickel. What happened to all the gold reserves? We had gold reserves. We ate them. Move those materials to there. Move those materials to there. Oh no, you are meant to do gold. We need to spend some money on getting some of the different extraction methods faster. Okay, so that's nickel, gold. What else do we unlocked? So purple gold, iron. Do we have that one? No. I assume I can make that one. Iron. I really can't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one. Problem is they're not loaded, so it's really hard to see. No, we've got that one. That looks like a new one. Yeah, titanium and nickel. Copy to that machine. Titanium is there. And nickel is there. And we set you up to be that one with a supply, demand, and demand. We're obviously already shipping in nickel and titanium, so that's already set up, ready to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I could unlock one of these two. Tech. Well, that one's the easy one to grab, so we're going to grab that one. Iron, copper. Iron, I said. And copper, I said. And you're going to do iron, copper. Copy to selected machines. And you're going to do iron, copper. Supply. Demand and demand. And did I resize? You got to go up a tile. Otherwise, you'll fill that tile there with iron, which will break this system. Alright, so we just need a small supply and demand issue. Yeah, we need lots of titanium. Lots of titanium and lots of nickel. But that's alright. We sort of built up for this because we've already built another smelter, which should be as easy as resize. We obviously need you to be wider, you to be wider, and you to be wider. At the same time, copy to that machine. You're already running. We want you to do titanium. Copy selected machines. Titanium. Copy to selected machines. Wrong button. Wrong button again. Okay, we want to bring in titanium ore. And then titanium itself. And then titanium ingots. You're going to be a supply. You're going to be a supply. And you're going to be a demand. And Titanium ore. We don't have a lot of it. We really don't. But the fact I set that up and some ship instantly filled the demand, that's probably a good sign. And then ingots there. Alright, so that should get us out of trouble on that one. Last thing I'd really like to do, and this is why I've spent so much time getting sidetracked and doing all sorts of things this episode, is so far, at least when it comes to building ships. Oh, there we go. See, iron composite, copper composite already, because we now have the tech. Somebody wants it shipped out. Anything else that we want shipped out that we can fulfill? I'd love to fulfill silicon. That's nickel. We're getting there slowly. So far we've been flying our construction ships to where we want to build things. And that is the same for both space stations and for ships themselves. But what I'd really like to just speed up the game total is I'd really like a shipyard. And Earth, I figure, is a great spot to build a shipyard because it's not centrally located, but definitely if the game has been updated, which it has, so now both other teams are now slightly more aggressive, I probably want to build my spaceships and my warships back as far as possible. Now, it turns out to build a shipyard, the only thing you need to have on there to make it qualify for a shipyard is the little robot guys. So as long as there's robot guys there, they will build things. At the same time, actually edit this. We're going to swap out these batteries for... No, we're going to swap these batteries out for these batteries. That's a size 3. Okay, we're going to put a big battery there and a big battery there. Yes. We're going to click the save button and we're going to build this. I now have that material and I have that material. Yes. So we're going to drop that right over Mother Earth. And we're going to call that the Shipyard. Alright, which obviously means we need to bring over our construction ships, because not a lot happens without them up and running. Bop, 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 bop. We're going to have you build, you build, you build, and you build. So we did see that we had titanium gold composite. I actually have that in stock now. But we can see the ships are complaining about no room for iron copper composite. So they actually need to have access to carry the material before they'll actually build parts of this space station. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in this tiny little bit of area here for each of the ships. So they can have access to carry this material, and then they should be able to continue with their building. In saying that, these ones that don't carry the titanium gold composite are going to end up complaining very, very shortly that they can't carry that material. So we're going to put in titanium gold composite and throw the rest of the gold overboard, which is a little bit sad, but you know, it is what it is. We actually have a surplus of gold, or do we? Oh, I probably should check that. Yeah, we got a surplus of gold. It's fine. Alright, so with that done, we're going to crank up the game speed. We're going to have you, and you, and you, and you go and construct things, hopefully. None of you are building. Hello? Titanium gold composite. There's a supply of 0. Yeah, titanium gold composite, which requires titanium, which we just don't have any titanium shipping in. Smelter 2. There's titanium here. There's a little bit. We're still filling up with ingots. That's where the problem is. Okay, so we should be all right in a minute. No, wrong button. I wanted that one. Yeah, that's a massive demand. But the ingots are not quite satisfied, but they're going to be shortly. Nickel's still short. So maybe tech. We've upgraded our machines. We can upgrade the compositor, which is probably not a bad idea. Just so this machine runs faster. The catch is, as it runs faster, it also consumes more power. We do have power to spare now. If we go to our liquid power, we can see it does have spare power. So what we're going to probably do is we're going to upgrade that. Nickel, upgrade that. At the same time, we're probably going to upgrade that one, the research station. Because this bad boy is still making us research points. Okay? He's still ticking along. And of course, we can actually, I'm pretty sure we can upgrade the efficiency on this still. Yes, we're still at level 1. So we can definitely upgrade, not really the efficiency, but the speed. The speed of this to produce more power fast. Because as you can see, we're maxed out on coolant, we're maxed out on fuel. So it's not as if we're short. We're going to go back to our shipyard. Anybody? Alright. You guys can all jump across the iron station and then top up then. We'll top you up manually. You fill up. And there as well. And there. And there. And there. Alright, attempt number 3. Build. Nobody wants to build. Mark all for deconstruction. Manage. Restore from blueprint. No? Nobody wants to build. I don't get it. I don't get why that's not running either. Oh, because you don't have an input. That'd do the trick. It's the simple things. It's the simple things in life that break everything. Neither of you have inputs. Oh, okay. Wow, we did well. So I need a tube there. I need a tube there. I need a tube there. We need a tube there. A tube there. And a tube there. There. Yes. Wrong one. We want ship list. Can I have a ship over here, please? Because if you come and fix all our little boo-boos, we'll probably run like a charm. Yeah, that's running, that's running. You are just a setting. You're just a setting. You're just a setting. You're done, you're done, you're done, you're done. And suddenly, things come to life. Let's jump you over here. And we can start you building. And you building. And you building. And suddenly it realizes that I didn't make a colossal mistake and everything runs perfectly. So, we'll be back in a sec after we have a shipyard up and running. It will take a while. Just purely because these these resources that we've only just started making, because I fixed the boo-boo, are going to take a while to get up and running. Actually, in saying that, we could probably... No, we need a little bit more construction done. We'll be back in a minute when this is a little bit more up and running. Oh, wow, that's one hell of a battery. That took some charge. We're now back and we've got the station half built. It's still in the process of being built. Turns out some of this some of these composite materials are a little bit slow for us to get. Now, because this is a space station, it actually requires resources being shipped in, obviously, so we can make some ships. We want you to be demand as well. So we need to ship in iron plus all the composite materials plus glass, it looks like, and copper. Obviously, I need one for copper as well, so we can build a ship out of anything we desire. Can we make ships out of silicon? Actually, I have no idea. Let's find out. Let's build actually, let's set up some routes. Let's set up iron. I'm going to ship in iron from here and from here. I'm going to ship in copper from here or from here. I'm going to ship in nickel. I think I can build a ship from nickel. We don't have demand for nickel. Gold. We can definitely make golden ships because why not? We want composite materials. 1, 2. We don't have copper nickel yet. Nitrate composite, copper, gold, and that one as well. Okay, so now we've started shipping in materials. We can hopefully, if we get some materials shipped in, have these bots actually help construct their own little space station. On top of that, we can see we now have a military building. This is a railgun, which requires us to ship in. This is set to electric shells. Let's start with iron shells, because that's going to be the best we're going to get. But we need to actually make some military tech, which we haven't done yet. Yeah, things to do and places to see. Okay, on top of that, let's go to blueprints. I'd like a custom ship. I'd like a mini energy reactor, because we have the titanium gold composite now. Rather than having that big ship that's flying around recharging all the stations, we can have an itty bitty tiny one. So we're going to build this, and I can change iron into copper. I can build nickel and titanium ships and glass ships. So we're going to say gold, because why not? I want a little ship made out of gold. Energy mini, done. And this station will automatically run over here, or the bots from this station will automatically run over here and build this. So it's going to grab the iron, build all the bits out of iron that it needs to, and then grab the gold, and we're going to have a golden ship. At the same time, we worked out we can do nickel, and we can also do titanium. Actually, we might change you to titanium. Actually, hang on, I need to change you to disable and iron, so I can hopefully ship the iron out of there into there. Just top that one up and top that one up rather than throwing it overboard. And then we're going to set you to titanium, because I think titanium sounds like a better material. At the same time, we can set a new zone. We want nickel, and we're just going to shove this in right here. And actually, silicon was the other one we had. So you're going to be a demand. You're going to be a demand. We might actually also just give ourselves a little bit more space. We'll put some nickel in there. Demand, and some silicon in here. I hope I never make ships out of silicon or nickel, because we do not store a lot of that stuff here. We do store a lot of iron, because most of the ships will be made out of iron. We want to set up routes. We want silicon from there to there, and that planet wants it, so we might as well ship that there as well. Nickel there, and titanium there, there, and there. Alright, so this little station should be able to build just about anything now. Once we get in some of the... Which one is it? It's this one. The titanium gold composite. We can actually get this battery built. That's holding up that currently because we just don't have any of it. Composite station. This one. Yep. I did upgrade. I did go into the tech tree. I did upgrade our compositor to run at full speed, along with through a little bit of research into nickel, because we can. Like, we haven't even upgraded iron all the way, but we've now upgraded nickel all the way. One of the things we don't have, and we should probably do something about it, is making some glass. So let's bring in silicon ore right here, and you're going to be demand. And I'm going to set you to make glass, which is just silicon, which means glass goes from there to there with a supply. Actually, let's resize. Let's go from there to there. Oh, wrong one. I want to move just that one side across. I'm going to move you all the way across, and then we'll move... Nope. Nope. Let's try again. There we go. You're going to do glass. You're a supply, you're a demand. We're going to go build menu. We're going to go remove this. And yep, actually turns out we already put robots on this one. So this station already has robots here. So actually we can also use this one as a shipyard. So as long as we're building ships out of iron or iron copper, or basically anything doesn't involve gold for batteries. So we could make some of the old trading stations and those sorts of things right here. At the same time, let's do a silicon. I don't want silicon, I want silicon ore. I'm going to ship that in, oh, missed. That in. Just from anywhere. Just ship it in everywhere. Because I'd really like to see some... Yeah, that should fill that whole lane. I'd really like to see some glass. Oh, it ships in from silicon. My bad. So actually, I wanted this set up. Okay, build. We want a stamper there, which is what this is. At the same time, we want tubes. Actually, build. Can I copy? No, I can't. I don't have access to copy. You go down as well. You're gonna make silicon, and then you're gonna make wrong button. Hang on, stop. Reset. I built the wrong thing. We're gonna remove that, and we're gonna make a extractor. That's the one I want. Go bots. And we're gonna put the tubes down there. They'll output. I just need them to take an input. And I need you to spit out. Yes. Okay, we're going to make you do glass, and we're going to make you do silicon. And that means I can change the resource zones, slide that bad boy down, and add in a silicon in case we happen to need silicon on site supply. And that should give us our very first piece of glass, which I have to say, ships made out of glass are definitely interesting. Routes, glass, there to there. Alright, so we have a shipyard, which is still has none of... There's some of that there. Titanium gold composite, 11. We need a batch of 25. Okay. you. Let's do some manual shipping. We're going to pick up all of that. We're going to load it onto our ship. And then we're going to take you back to the shipyard. And put that in there. Okay, turns out we might have to tell you to build a second time due to the complete lack of materials. Hey, we have a tiny little ship, and that's going to become our energy carrier, and we're going to have you stop. I don't want you running around anymore. You have plenty of energy. You're going to be our new super ship. Speaking of energy, it's partially charged. It's not all the way charged. Only 35,000 out of like 100,000 in that tiny little battery, but it should be super quick to jump around and recharge any other space stations. So we can do nickel, profitable, set up circuits. What else do we have? Shipyard, construction complete, construction complete, construction complete, complete. Nickel, we want light missiles now, sure. We're going to turn into a military empire in the next episode, I believe. Silicon circuits. Let's do a circuit shipment if I haven't already. I just did. So, iron copper composite, which is being filled slowly. Circuits, which are being filled right now. Silicon, and then military, military, military. Military, 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 not military, not military, military, military. I think next episode we're going to do some military construction. On top of that, that smelter's not running. So, tech tree, yeah, next episode, definitely going to be looking at some iron shells, some steel shells, some electronic shells, also probably some light missiles, cruise missiles, you know, the generally blowy up stuff. Anyway, with all that said, this is where I'm going to end today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you're enjoying Final Upgrade. Like I said, this is one of those little games, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, it's one of those little games I could actually highly recommend. A super active dev, interesting little game, definitely a game you can sort of sit back and relax with. You know, as long as you're profitable, which I'm 5,000 profit per minute, so I'm definitely profitable. I can sit back and sort of relax. I don't have to. It's not a stressful game, and sometimes that's just what you need. Supply and demand. Okay, glass is bad. Silicon's bad. Yeah, I'd say we're doing well. That's horrible because I don't have access to that, so it actually means we probably need a second one of these stations, which maybe we're going to cover in the next episode. Anyway, all that said, like I said, I'm going to call it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you guys, actually, yeah, one of these stations. Yep, I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, bye.